Hello everyone! Have you brushed your teeth and combed your hair? Are you in your pajamas ready for bed? Are the curtains drawn and blankets tucked tight? Are you ready to sleep and say goodnight? But before you go into your dream ride, here's a story for you tonight. Tonight I've got you yet another story, another classic, The Three Little Pigs. You all know that story, don't you? Now today I have the big bad wolf come to our story session to tell us the truth behind the Three Little Pigs story. You gonna tell us? So here is the true story of Three Little Pigs by Lane Smith. Everybody knows the story of the Three Little Pigs, or at least they think they do. But I will let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. So there is the big bad wolf side of the story too. Let's hear it. I am the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Is it? Let's find out. Maybe because it's our diet. So what's their diet? You're right, all the small animals. Hey, it's not my fault. Wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. You have a point, Mr. Wolf. I think we should hear about. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze, achoo, and a cup of sugar. What? A sneeze and a cup of sugar? Now I am really curious. Let's find out. This is the real story. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. Oh, what happened next? So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? Who in his right mind would build a house of straw? He has a point, isn't it? Let's see what happens next. So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into somebody else's house, so I just called, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without a cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze come on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed Whoops! And I sneezed a great sneeze. Poor thing. And you know what? That whole damn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of a pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. Oh, he had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw. So I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. Ooh, when the wolf says it like that, even I would eat up a nice burger if it's lying there on the table. Wouldn't you? So he ate the pig up. Let's see what happens next. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have a cup of sugar. So I went to the next door neighbor. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the bell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, Go away, wolf! You can't come in. I'm shaving the hair on my chinny chin. Oh, he was busy. I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great big sneeze. Achoo! And you're not gonna believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, that was when I saw there was a second little pig dead as a doornail. Whoopsie, wolf's honor. So, you know what he did? Yes, now you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. I think of it as second helping. I was just getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better, and I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and the second little pig's brother. He must have been the brain of the family. He had built a house of bricks. I knocked on his brick house. No answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what that rude little poker answered? Get out of here, wolf. Don't bother me again. Oopsie, that was rude. Talk about being impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't give me even one little cup for my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig! I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake When I felt my cold coming on, I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed once again. Achoo! Whoopsie! Then the third little pig yelled. Now this third little pig thought he was going to blow his house down. So he yelled, "And your granny can sit on pins!" Whoopsie! So this pig knew that he was looking for a cup of sugar and he was being very impolite and rude. Well, the pig shouldn't have said what he said. That wasn't nice. Now, I'm usually pretty calm fellow. I don't believe that. But anyways, let's go on. But when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course I was trying to break down this pig's door. And the whole time I was huffing and I was puffing and I was sneezing, achoo, achoo, and making a real scene. So that's what had happened, huh? And the rest, as you say, is history. The news reporters found out about the 2 pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting news. So the reporters, they jazzed up the story. What do you mean by jazzed up? They added some different sort of story to it rather than saying the truth. So they jazzed up the story with all of that huff and puff and blow your house down thing. And they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. That's the real story. I was framed. Oh, I do feel a little sad for Mr. Wolf now. You know where he is now? Yes, he's in jail. And the poor wolf is still looking for that cup of sugar to make his granny's cake with. What do you think? If the wolf comes knocking at your door, would you lend him a cup of sugar? Let me know in the comment section. I hope you liked this story. On that note, good night, sleep tight, don't get into any pillow fights.